Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning, Australia. Oh
Good
my gosh,
morning.
look at we have the Sharpay here with us tonight, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Look,
Is that me?
oh my God! One night he looks like Cruella Deville, now he's one of the dogs.
Look, I've just come off
Oh,
night shift. I think it's actually not too bad. I literally come off night shift, washed my hair, and I was like, Matt, I'm not putting anything in it right now. I'm going to sleep after the show.
Honey, how many weeks were you in America with me?
Oh, 3, 4,
I don't think
Three?
once I
4,
saw you with your hair down.
3.5.
Not like this, boo.
No, I never
it's probably
usually do.
longer than it's ever been.
Usually,
Looking like a puppy.
yeah,
Sharpay.
yeah. Beer is right. It's longer than it usually is because of Corona.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're all a little slow.
Blaming this Rhoda.
Blaming the beer.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Well, everybody can see up above me is the beautiful Miss Kitty Cat, Miss Katrina A. Johnson from Nickelodeon's All That.
Hi.
Oh,
That's me, hi.
Miss Girl, what have you been up to? How was the long holiday weekend for you? Did you get down to any debaucheries?
Yes, we had a lot of debaucheries. One of my girlfriends literally partied her pants off, and she fell asleep face down, naked, wearing just a thong on the treadmill, and I posted it on Instagram.
As you do.
And the
It's
internet
happened.
seemed to enjoy that.
So wait, you put her up, you put her ass on blast on Instagram.
It's an amazing ass. It wasn't on blast, but yeah, I posted it. She
Oh,
was
where?
hot.
Oh, are we telling people where they can follow you on Instagram?
I mean, Katrina A. Johnson. So, yeah,
Oh.
it's there.
So, and then you can also
So,
follow her
Kitty,
on
is there
Facebook.
some truth then to your co-star that said that you're a little bit evil?
I
you hear
mean, yeah.
Oh,
you
that's
posted
right.
people's butts on Instagram.
Well, but I don't post any bad ones. It was amazing. It was flawless. High, round, perfect. Like, I feel like I was maybe doing her a favor. She's single. It was gorgeous. Yeah. I don't know. I show a girl who can work out like crazy and likes to get down. What's the problem?
It's also Katrina A. Johnson on Facebook as well. So go over and like her fan page there for some exclusive content and some very fun photographs because I've seen some of them. I got to tell you, I don't know if you, well, Luke, you weren't there. Sorry, because you was in Australia. But Miss Katrina was one of my bridesmaids at the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
That girl, Lori Beth, I saw the video. She's right. You do have a little evil in you. There's photos and videos to prove it. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure your brother went willingly.
Oh, that's right. It's true. Oh, I forget we talked about it. So the show is called Unscripted then, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you go and listen to our archive shows over on Blog Talk, they'll be up on the YouTube page soon. You can go back to 2012. You can listen to our archives. You will hear all the whole stories about how, at a wedding there's always somebody that hooks up. Well,
oopsie.
Katrina definitely.
What happened was, listen, that's what the wedding party's supposed to do. I was doing my job. You're welcome.
Exactly. It was amazing.
Yeah.
She definitely hooked up with the brother of the bride. I guess that was the bride.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It was your civic duty as a bridesmaid.
That's what I think. I think that I was just doing what I was supposed to do.
That's right. She was playing her part.
A whole bottle of cucumber vodka later. Lots of parts were played.
That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. The best part was later in the house, though, with my mother. That was
Listen, your mom was on board with it. She
Yes.
showed up before it happened just to give me her green light.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I love your mom.
She was all about having Katrina be her daughter.
Listen, I tried to get in there.
She did.
Miss you, Mama Joyce. Miss you.
Oh, she got COVID. COVID. No, wait, that way. Wait, that way.
That way.
It's a story of a homo named Jeffrey. Now Facebook's gonna ban me for 4 days.
I hope not.
Oh gosh.
I know. So, kids, have you been
I'm
watching?
hoping to get the antibody test on Thursday.
Oh, because you're a health worker, and now they have it kind of in our county, right? Our county,
Yep.
like I'm petting you.
The county. I work for the county.
So.
Oh, but what? Have you guys had like more of an outbreak there?
We had 5 new cases today. Now, some
Oh,
people
wow.
keep arguing that they're going up because we're testing, but I think they're going up because 3 people are in the hospital. I think we're on our eyes. I think maybe the Trumpers in this county are getting a little crazy.
Well, everyone here is a bit crazy too because the Premier doesn't want to open our state because we've had no new cases in all of Queensland, but New South Wales and Victoria having these like there was school children, so everyone was allowed to go back to school this week. There's already been an outbreak in one of the schools, so they've sent all the kids home from the school. So the Premier was just like, no, we're not opening the border until the other states get their, corona cases under control as well. And I do agree with her on
The
that
New York
one.
Times. The New York Times keeps reporting that you guys have got it all going on. That Australia's almost eliminated the spread, and that you and New Zealand are creating your own super PAC kind of treaty to keep each other's countries open and viable.
I think compared to a lot of other countries, our death rate was really, really low. New Zealand's infection rate was really low, but they shut down from like very early days. Like they shut down everything. There was no McDonald's, there was no coffees, there was no takeaway pizza, nothing. It was just done. And I think I even think groceries over there were delivered. I'm not sure, but they shut it right down. But here, the major cases really weren't in my state because my state's a big state and we're sort of all spread out. It was mostly down south in New South Wales and Victoria.
When you're regional,
I read an article
in the bush.
yesterday that if we had started wearing masks on March 1st, we would have had to shut down.
Oh.
Remember what I was saying? There was
was
some woman criticizing my mum, and I won't bring it up in complete context because, but she was saying, oh, you shouldn't be wearing a mask and rah, rah, rah. And my mum was like, well, who's it hurting if I do?
Right.
And, in hindsight, everyone should be wearing a mask, really, because those that were infected wouldn't have spread it as much as it did spread.
Well, it's really interesting that you brought up the masks, and since you did, I'm sure James is going to hate me right now because I'm probably going to throw him off balance because I don't know if he had this ready. But we and he pops up like the devil. So last week we talked about the post that we had up with the Charlize Theron, right? With her 2 children, they were adopted, and since then, I kind of did a mashup with another post that I found with a little girl.
He doesn't have it ready.
I was less prepared tonight. Give me a minute.
And it has
Jeffrey,
to
you're
be-
so mean.
I know, but it really speaks to masks.
You've got a very
Actually, you've been throwing out a lot of little baits lately. I've seen on the page.
I do want to defend myself real quick.
No, it's not.
I spent
Just get to
It's
work,
good.
James.
I spent a good hour trying to get clips earlier today and completely forgot about this from a video that we're going to show later that didn't work. So I was spending a lot of time working on that. So that's why this clip was not ready yet.
Look
But,
at Katrina. She's not having none of this.
Yeah,
She's just
Jeffrey.
over there smiling this second-rate
I
bullshit.
mean, listen, I think
She's
it's
like,
funny,
do you
though.
understand that I was on all that and I got to put up with this shit? I worked with Dan Snyder.
I didn't say any of that.
Mm.
Yeah, she's
Wait,
not evil, Jeffrey.
Are we still allowed
Stop trying to
say
make
his name?
Katrina evil.
Mm.
Right.
Are we allowed to
Might
say
help
his?
me pull it up.
Are we
Yeah,
allowed to say his name?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Wait, isn't he? No.
Whose name?
Listen, there are rumored reports about one of my producers of my show who's no longer with the network. And he was responsible for making the careers of quite a few people in Nickelodeon, including like Ariana Grande and Britney Spears' little sister, Jamie Lynn.
Oh, what
But
was
it
her?
is-
Yeah, Jamie Lynn Spears.
It is rumored that there was some foul play there, but I never saw any of it, so I don't know.
Well, how was he towards you?
We were close. We used to write together. We used to hang out together, and we were buddies. And he was never anything but 1,000% above board and professional with me. So
Well, aren't the rumors with him towards boys anyway? So right?
no,
No, they're towards females too. Oh.
and like foot fetish stuff and
Foot
other.
fetish.
Mhm.
Jesus.
I never
Oh.
saw it, so I don't know. I can't say that happened because none of it happened to me. Not
That's the
even a
thing.
little
No
bit.
one really
And
knows.
did
And
you
you know,
ever
sometimes
think
I
that there
think.
was anything weird on set?
No, never.
And did
But-
anybody ever tell you that anybody ever feel weird? Because you were close to a lot of the cast. I've met a bunch of them.
Yeah, no, I never
And-
noticed anything like that. But I was 10. I didn't know. My parents were always there, so I don't know. And a lot of times, a lot of the older cast members would hang out and do older kid stuff, but I wasn't invited. I was 10. They were 18. They want to do different stuff. So I don't know. But I never saw anything bad. So I don't know.
Well, I don't remember anybody ever even talking about it.
No, people have tried to call me or try and get me to do interviews saying things like that, or did this ever happen, or was there a foot fetish, or I don't know, weird questions, but nope. Nothing
No, well,
on-
I always
nothing around
forget
here.
about it because they don't really have anybody to back it up, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know that they've
I
ever had
can't
anybody on
back it up.
record.
I never saw it. Yeah.
No. Well, I don't know that they have anybody on record, I don't think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just knew his name.
Didn't Alanis
Interesting.
Morissette say she was sexually abused at Nickelodeon?
I don't know. I didn't know that. I know she was on You Can't Do That on Television, and she did.
Oh,
I know
I
she
thought
wrote
she-
that
I
song
thought she
"Hands
did.
Clean."
Well, no, that was
I
her
don't know.
record producer, wasn't it? Like the guy that kind of gave her career.
I don't know.
Wasn't that?
I thought it was somebody in Nickelodeon. But I could be wrong. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna Google it.
I know. Now I'm
I
like,
never heard of that.
yeah, I gotta know now. It's ready. Look at
Oh.
James. And I did. Wait, James took it down now.
Put it back, James. What did
I
you
know.
say?
It's ready.
It's ready.
And then he said, "Oh, we're okay. Wait, I gotta."
I clicked on a comment that I
What?
wasn't supposed to click on.
Wait, what happened to Vera? He threw her away. He didn't like her.
No, I think there was something going on with her audio as well.
And this says that Alanis Morissette's stories about Me Too were involving her musical career, not Nickelodeon.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so James has the post ready. So let's check this post out. So I smashed it together. So
What's going on?
so this was the mashup I did with the picture of Charlize Theron with her kids, and it's it's just this girl holding up this picture that said, "Take your mask off because God's got you covered," right? Where the whole post of Charlize Theron was people getting mad because they felt she was forcing her views onto her kids. Well, in this photo, the same thing, where these parents are forcing their views and their views on God onto their child.
Isn't that what parents do?
But
Like,
yeah, that's my whole point.
Until you're 18, don't you just force your views on your kid and then they're old enough to choose
Well-
what they want to do? Or That's
Well,
how
yeah,
it
you
works.
lead by example, don't you? But you know what? When there were people saying that that's child abuse and like, I think in both cases, I think in Charlie's case, they were going to a Halloween party, so who the hell cares how they were dressed? You know, Halloween, you do whatever you want. However a child identifies, that's no one else's really business. It's only the fact she's a celebrity that they're throwing it out there. In the other case with the God-bothering kid, I just think, you know, those parents are setting that kid up for a lot of hardship, I think, in life. But when all these people are commenting and saying, oh, that's child abuse, this is child abuse, it's not child abuse. It's just a difference of opinion. You don't agree with how those people are raising the child. The child's fine, though, really. They're being looked after. The child looks healthy. With what happened here a couple of days ago, with a 4-year-old being neglected to death, starved, left in bed dead for 2 days, that's fucking child abuse. So people need to get their shit together and really recognize the difference between I don't agree with that or I find that offensive and that's child abuse. And the more people throw that shit out there on Facebook, you're actually detracting from children that are really in danger. So shut the fuck up.
Tell us how you really feel.
Don't we have a
I don't know what happened there. I got a little bit passionate. I don't know. Sorry, back to our usual programming. What were we talking about? Alanis Morissette getting fingered or something, wasn't it?
No, I think we have we've got a post. We have.
But someone's audio is messed up. I think it's yours, Vera. I can hear. It sounds like someone's washing machine's gone crazy.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah.
No, it's probably me.
Oh,
No.
Vera's gone.
And Vera, out.
Vera's been taken to a second location, guys. Okay, we're playing the clip. Oh gosh, that's about the little girl. Okay, yeah, so this was about the little girl that was left neglected in bed. She actually starved to death. She was a 4-year-old with Down syndrome. Her mother died giving birth to her. So the dad had custody of this child. And I don't know what was going on. There's 2 other grown women living in that house, the father's new partner and his 20-year-old and her 20-year-old daughter. And that child was dead for 2 days before anyone contacted the authorities. I can't even understand it. And
That's disgusting.
it makes me actually feel physically sick. And I almost regret bringing it up because I think it's something a little too dark for this show. But I just wanted to really throw it out there for these people that are commenting.
Too dark, because the fact of the matter is this is real life, right?
You're on the show.
happens.
That's right.
Right. Well, because I like to tackle all these things that are real and they're gritty and they're horrible and they're dark because it's what in the
That's
actual...
our riveting soundtrack.
I said that was a pop-up ad that just happened to.
I'm trying so hard to make this work, people, and it's just like I don't know what the fuck's going on. I can't get it.
It's okay, James. I think.
Wait a minute. How is it? I say that we can't boost the show because we're swearing. So I actually make it 18 minutes and 55 seconds without swearing, and you 2 assholes have dropped the F-bomb.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I'm not the swearer. I'm usually really clean.
Can you believe these 2 cunts?
No! It should have been us!
I know!
Assholes!
I can't believe this shit!
How dare you guys?
And I'm getting frustrated because this clip will not play. I have
the news article.
Yeah, like it's just the spinning wheel of death. Like it won't do nothing.
Okay, well, next clip it is. We can't talk about that. I'm sorry to the little girl. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. You want to talk about what you want to say? How are we gonna do it?
Look, I think I said my piece. So, and my point was, people stop saying shit's child abuse because you don't like it. Yeah. Get real. Get a grip, man, because child abuse is actually a fucking terrible thing.
We'll do a
a
big
rich
thing on it.
billionaire, multi-millionaire dressing a kid up in a Halloween costume ain't abuse. Get your
Right.
shit together. Yeah.
We'll have to do a big special on it because child abuse is such a thing, and like I can't. It makes me sick to my stomach, and the fact that you could sit in a house with a dead 2-year-old. Or
I can't even. You know what?
Just a little kid for days. You just deserve everything that's coming to you, and your soul will suffer. Like like they'll everything that they get will.
They've actually showed the dad as well, and they've shown a photo of the little girl in another news article. I shared the photo of the little girl with you guys earlier, just in our little chat.
She's a beautiful little girl, beautiful.
I don't know. I just think that's injustice. That anyone could be so cruel to vulnerable people.
Fucking evil.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
That's evil.
And there's no excuse. And the fact that there was more than one adult aware of it, like one sick person, I can understand. What the fuck? Like, how does this shit become acceptable amongst a group of adults? Like, isn't someone there with still has a conscience? They look like they're on drugs.
They had to be on
They
drugs.
look like they're drug addicts.
Oh, I'm sure we're going to get the hate mail. You're judging people and saying they were drug addicts. We're from the Drug Addicts Association.
No, I don't think the drug addicts are that protected. Not in this room.
Yeah.
You can't talk
Or that-
smack about
or that
black people,
proactive.
colored people, anything else, but you can talk smack about people who hurt babies. We're safe, Jeffrey. Let them have it.
Just checking. Listen, I got banned from Facebook for calling myself a fag.
What about the shit you call me? You get banned for the stuff you say to yourself. What have you called me? Cruella, Vampira. What was today?
An
I was a
80s
Shih
cover
Tzu.
band, Holy Land of the High Hair, the fucking
Yeah.
Shih Tzu.
But
Shit.
the problem is nobody has reported that.
I should.
No one
Don't
has
give them
should.
any ideas.
No one's been
Please
offended
make
yet.
sure you go to our YouTube page. If you're not watching us on YouTube, maybe you could stop watching us on Facebook and go over to our YouTube page, and you can watch us live over there and subscribe over there because we're going to have exclusive YouTube content, youtube.com/.
And it's just a matter of time
Uncensored
before
radio.
Jess gets the whole show banned from Facebook.
You can
Like,
catch
it's literally not if, it's when.
When?
Oh, yes. And every week we drop 2 episodes of Jake Pentland Rewinds. So, the son of Roseanne Barr. Interesting time of year to bring that up. But yes, Jake Pentland Rewinds. They're actually shows that are pretty interesting. If you like Howard Stern, you'll probably like Jake. He is pretty controversial, but his stuff is pretty relevant. And here is James staring and looking at me right now.
What's happened, James?
The internet cut out because I can't do anything on the laptop.
Oh,
Oh, no.
he's out of commission, so hopefully.
So, trying to get it working.
Oh.
Maybe like that for a minute.
Okay.
All right. Well, you know
Interesting.
what?
So this is what happens when the wheels come off the wagon, hey?
Can you still see me?
I can see you.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Because James is out
Yeah.
of commission. He just came up here to let me know he's out, the laptop's down, and he's got no control over anything.
Okay.
Okay, so
Well-
we just got to make this work. What's
So
the
if-
name of the show? The Wedding's Off. What wedding?
If I go
Get
down,
into that.
If I go down, you two are on your own. Good luck. Oh, the wedding. That freaking tweet. Did you see what Katie said? Oh my God, that was so delicious. That company, Katrina, we were talking about it.
Yeah.
With that guy, and he was calling that one bitch a fat soul because she was like, your business is going to hell because oh, but
This
James
isn't funny. This is another evil
Yes.
person in the
no,
world.
No, why? Because he had. Okay, so wait, you want to tell the story?
He's
Start
bad,
from the beginning,
Jeffrey.
guys. Start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Luke, go ahead. We can't even show. The
I'm
damn-
telling the story. Okay. All
we
right.
Can't show the
So
pictures.
there were, yeah. Well, James can't do anything right now,
So
but
you
he'll be
tell the
back.
story. Good.
Okay, there was a young couple that were getting married, and they had paid, invested a lot of money in this wedding, including a videographer. Is that what you call it there? Videographer?
Yeah.
Someone who's going to video the wedding, who was an asshole. The young woman died in a car accident, like tragically, not long before the wedding. So the groom was getting refunds on everything because obviously they weren't getting married if she's dead. The guy who ran the video company was like really quite cold and was like, oh, well, you signed a legal contract, no refunds, blah, blah, blah. Then it became a matter of he was actually like posting smack, like putting a photo of this couple up together saying like, I hope you're crying today. Today was the day I should be shooting your wedding. And like he was really vindictive and really quite disgusting in his conduct, because even if he was like not going to give that money back for whatever reason, it turns out he's a scammer anyway. You would think you'd have just a little bit of decorum about how you conduct yourself and just have a little bit of empathy for the families as well. Like, who the hell does that shit?
Okay, I have the opposite opinion. I mean, not opposite. However, I think that...
Oh, shit. She was right. She's evil. She's evil.
I'm with her.
I mean,
Now I'm pointing to you.
I get screwed over in my business every single time someone books my time, books my services, books my business, and then cancels for whatever reason. I end up losing thousands every single time.
But this bitch was dead. She's dead.
That's not his fault. It's not. He didn't kill her.
Right.
He still has his employees to pay. He has his rent to pay. And they already booked his time. And that's time that he can't work for someone else. So I don't think you should go and be vindictive. And don't be malicious. But they signed a contract. And the contract said no refunds. And I don't know. I wouldn't have given them their money back. If they sign a contract and that's the deal, and you already paid for the business and they can't go use whatever it is that you ordered on somebody else.
Is the contract kind of void though if one of the parties is not even alive anymore?
No, because people cancel weddings all the time for whatever reason.
So the small business should take the hit because she died. So it's the small business's fault, so that they've booked the job for, let's say, a year in advance. They've given up on all these other jobs. Mm-hmm. They have employees that have planned all this.
Look,
they should take
I don't care if he kept the money. I don't care. I don't think he should have been doing that nasty shit.
The guy,
he should have just said, I can't refund it. Deal's done, and left it.
But what's missing in this story... is the guy whose wife died attacked him first. He did a smear campaign in the media because the guy wouldn't refund him.
Right. And so he started it. So had the groom not started a major smear campaign all over the media, then the small business wouldn't have had to retaliate and then took it to the next level. Which I don't think taking it to the next level is necessary. Oh,
here we go. Here we go. Today would have been the day where we would have filmed Justin and Alexa's wedding in Colorado Springs. After what Justin pulled with the media stunt to try and shake us down for a refund, we hope you sob and cry all day for what would have been your wedding day. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh my God. No. And you know what?
It's juicy. It's very juicy.
The right thing to do, though, the right thing to do is give back the money. In that circumstance, that's not someone canceling, oh, we just broke up or whatever. Like,
no, I disagree.
She dead.
I'm not saying that that's not harsh, but
am I the only little angel on the shoulder right now?
Listen,
I'm the devil.
That comeback alone would make me book them.
That comeback was fire.
He roasted that son of a bitch to the T. Like, I'm sorry, but as a small business owner, like, I'm sorry, but like, dude, I can't afford. Like, that's why I have a contract.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have a contract. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry she died.
But he
I
didn't bring that part up. He didn't bring that up. He didn't rub that part in. He just said, yeah, well, we would have, but you had a smear campaign, so I don't know. Sorry.
Like,
Hope you
and I
cry
know
today.
that, and now they're saying this guy's a con artist, and now they're slandering him.
But
Like,
they were already slandering him. We don't know what happened.
oh, right. So then he's like, dude, I read through the thread that company posted, cyberbullying around the situation. Somebody looked her up. She actually, the company released a statement saying that, yeah, so the company really did get crazy, though. So the company released a statement saying that one of their employees killed themselves over cyberbullying, but she actually died like 2 years ago. So like this dude is like kind of like a cyber marketing genius, except he doesn't cover his
Or a
trails very well.
sociopath.
Right. Because like
Both.
dude, yeah, he's trying to
You
use,
can be
like,
both.
right.
Well,
right.
most great businessmen are sociopaths, right, Jeffrey?
Yes, and then the best part is, then like people were leaving comments on his page, and he was straight attacking them. So then, oh yeah, he's like, "Fuck y'all for real." Like, what is wrong with you people? He's like, Brittany Boyd, same to you, fatso. I lost it. I was like, oh my God, go.
See, I don't
Like,
want to
I'm
laugh
just-
at that because it's funny, but it's fucked up.
Well,
I'm
it's
just-
funny that a business is calling a person names. Like, you know, a business isn't supposed to say that. Like, I wouldn't see Home Depot calling Lowe's.
Oh, she died too.
Oh, no.
Everyone's dropping off. Oh, she's back.
I'm back.
You're back.
You wouldn't see Lowe's?
I wouldn't see Lowe's talking smack to Home Depot or vice versa. Like, businesses are supposed to stay above board.
Not Wendy's.
But Wendy's is the shiz.
Oh my God, they're my favorite Twitter account. That's kind of what I want our wall to be like. That's why I have so much fun on our post, people. If you are not on our wall and not joining in on our posts, you're missing out. I have way too much
Yeah,
fun.
you're having a bit of a field day, aren't you? Because you're just throwing the bomb. He's just throwing out the crab pots now and just letting them come to him. And then he's just like,
Yeah, you never know what side I'm gonna be on, or like the one dude, he's like, him and I are like going back and forth for like 4 days. We've been fighting on this thing, and then he posted something. He's like, I didn't have to. It was a joke. I'm like, why didn't you tell me so I could stop being a bitch? And he was just like, what? I'm like, have you checked out my comedy page yet? I'm like, I'm real politically incorrect. Here's the
there
thing.
you go, folks. Sociopathic businessmen. They will do anything.
Exactly.
Right. Like, I'm all on these posts, like being all politically correct, like blah, 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 blah. Then you go over to my comedy page, and I'm like the exact opposite, talking mad shit.
That's what it's made for, though.
Right.
I
Well,
wish you did it on the right page.
Right. But then, like,
because we've had. Oh, sorry. Am I cutting you off again? Sorry, girl. It's this poodle hair. Was it Shih Tzu hair? Look, because we've been a little bit serious tonight. Like, I'm sorry that we don't have Katie and Vera's dropped out. Like we were talking earlier as well about the murder, which is a murder.
Yes, we need to get. I don't know if we can play the video. Can we? Did James get?
James has been back. Yeah, here he is.
Oh, maybe we can play it.
Make it.
I can't be shit.
Bro, get in the car, man.
I will.
Get in the car.
I can't move.
I've been waiting the whole time, man. Get in the car.
Mama,
Get up and get in the car
Mama.
right.
I can't.
Get
This is
y'all
true.
to get in, bro.
Bye-bye.
You can't win.
My knee.
You can't
My neck.
win, man.
I'm through.
I know you didn't listen. You didn't listen.
Shit, bro. That's bullshit, bro.
Please.
You fucking stopping his breathing right there, bro. He's talking. Bro, but you can get him off the ground. You've been a bum right now. You can get him off the ground, bro. You can get him off the ground. You've been a bum right now. He enjoying that. He enjoying that shit. He enjoying that shit. He a fucking bum, bro. He enjoying that shit.
You can see the man, like
You could have fucking put him in the car by now, bro. He's not resisting arrest or nothing. You enjoying it. Look at
He's
you.
barely
Your body
moving.
language explains it. You fucking bum.
Bro, get the fuck off of here.
It's the whites. They love
But
women for
yeah,
the
I
black.
already know that, bro. I train. You know, bro.
You'll call police on another police.
You think that's cool though, bro? You're a bum, bro. You're a bum for that.
This is
You're a bum for
insanity.
that, bro. You can't. You get
He's
mad.
just
You just
sitting there.
Stop his breathing right
Look
now.
at
You
him.
about to go out right now, bro.
And
Look
at
at
this
him.
point,
Get off
dead.
him now.
What is wrong with you?
What the fuck? He got mace. He got mace.
Wow.
And now they're threatening.
He cannot breathe. Get over here. No,
Look,
first of all.
I mean,
Bro, look, well, you can check on him. He's not responsive right now. He's not responsive
Look at him.
right now. He's not responsive right now. He's not responsive right now. He's not responsive right now, bro. No, bro, look at him. He's not responsive right now, bro. Bro, are you serious?
everybody's screaming. You can see that the man is unconscious.
He stopped talking. He's not
Bro,
breathing.
They
bro,
just killed him
was
or
you
something.
1087, bro? You're a
Oh
bum,
my
bro. Or
God, bro.
987, bro? You're a bum.
was just
First thing you
alive.
want to grab
This
is your
is going
mace because
on
you're
and on
scared,
over.
bro.
Look at the
Scared
time on the
fucking
video.
minorities, you're fucking bum,
James
bro.
is skipping through.
Exactly.
Like, bro, 3 minutes, bro. He's not fucking moving.
3 minutes.
Bro, he's not even fucking moving. Get off of his fucking neck, bro. Get off of his neck. Yes, look at that, bro. Are you serious? Bro, are you serious?
It's
And you gonna keep
these
your
people's
thing on your neck? Yeah, I bet you. Bro, it's,
Right, don't fucking touch him.
bro, I barely touch me like that, dude. I swear I'll slap the fuck out of both of y'all.
I didn't want to call the ambulance.
Bro,
I think you probably stop it there, James. It's too fucked up. You know, I don't know how your police get trained over there, but any kind of force that the police have to use here, they have to endure it themselves. So they have a good understanding of what they're doing to other people. And this includes being pepper sprayed, being shot with rubber bullets, everything apart from lethal force as if you're actually going to draw and shoot somebody.
That's a great idea.
But they have to go. They have to know what it feels like. So then when they stand in front of that judge in a court of law and that judge asks them, like, do you understand the level of force you used on that, you know, perpetrator? They will say yes, because they've actually felt it themselves. I can't understand why anybody would use that kind of force on somebody to the point that murdered them and not, I don't know, not have an understanding of what they're doing. And you know what? Like, if you're going to be trained in that kind of combat, you should know how to be able to assist somebody if it goes too far. Like, you know, he just sat on him while he was clearly dead. He laid there dead in front of people in a street with no dignity. It was over like they thought he forged a check or something. So it wasn't even, they weren't using like that kind of force on him because he was committing a violent crime. And I'm not even sure, he was a suspect in a forgery. So we don't even know if he did it. They don't know if he did it. We don't know the full facts, but, you know, nothing justifies that. It's disgusting. And to watch that made me feel sick. Again, like we watched it before, but I was able to skip through it more then. But that was just awful.
That was awful. I think that.
Go.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I think that I mean, our police should have to go through everything that they're applying to everybody else, but I haven't heard that they do that here. But they should.
Well, absolutely. It just makes sense from, you know, a legal standpoint, and just because it develops insight into what you're actually doing to someone else as well, you know. And why didn't none of those police officers cotton on and go, oh shit, this guy's lost consciousness? Like, you know, there's no need to restrain somebody who's completely unconscious. I'm sure they've done at least basic life support when you can recognize somebody is unconscious and not responsive.
Well,
were they that fearful of him that they thought he was foxing them? I don't understand. It blows my mind.
In this day and age, could they be so ignorant to think that this was going to be okay for them? There's people filming it. You could hear the distress in all those people's voices screaming at them that man was not okay. Clearly, you're being filmed. This isn't going to end well for you, any of you. And you're all letting this man die in front of you. Not one of you thought to stop this shit? And you think any of you are going to have a job? Or you're not going to go to jail when this is over? And that you're not going to be labeled a racist? What the fuck? What in the actual fuck? And then some idiot on the page, the first comment, he's like, this isn't about race. This isn't about race. It's the media saying it's about race. This happens to white people all the time.
Well, look, I remember the case where the white guy got shot. Remember, he was in a hotel and he was like, don't shoot me, and they did shoot him. So, I mean, it does happen to white people. No one's saying it doesn't. It just happens very disproportionately to black people.
One video.
Yeah. I'm saying it happens disproportionately.
Right.
Jeffrey, are you listening to me, girl? You're getting too heated. It happens disproportionately to black people.
Right. But this is what I'm telling the guy. Go show me the other videos. Go pick me another video where a cop's fucking kneeling on a white dude's throat and fucking he dies. Go ahead, I'll wait. Go ahead. Show me the fucking proof.
And please fuck up though, but these guys should not get away with this. You know, the cop who shot Justine, because Justine was the Australian white woman that got shot over there. He's gone to jail, and so he should have. These guys need to go to jail for what they've just done to that man. They absolutely have to.
I mean, I think they will.
All of them, exactly.
Any cop that was there allowed it to happen. If they were there, they didn't stop it. They're accomplices. They need to go to prison. Period. And it needs to be charged as a hate crime.
Well, I don't think it'll be charged as a hate crime.
Why did they do it?
Well, I don't know.
It wouldn't have happened. It would not have happened if he was white. No fucking way. Would never happen if he was white. No white dude's gonna get choked out like that with your kneecap. Never. Never. Go find me a video on YouTube. I'll wait. Ain't gonna find one. Maybe a white dude getting shot, but you ain't gonna find a white dude getting choked out like that with a kneecap. Ain't gonna happen.
Actually, I did see another guy get shot. He was unarmed and he was white. It was today. I watched it. It was on a site on Facebook called New Now Next, I think it's called.
Yeah, you'll find shit like that, but you're not gonna find.
Yeah, he got shot like 14 times and he was unarmed.
Jeez.
I think he was like, 14 times. And the police he got shot like what? He had no weapon. He put his hands up. I'm pretty sure. Oh my God, he mightn't be white now that I'm thinking of this. No, he looked white. Maybe Latino, I don't know. But anyway, he was another person who was a victim of police brutality where he just put his hands up and he got shot. And not just once, and he fell to the ground. The copper emptied the whole clip into him while he laid on the ground, dead.
Luke.
But isn't a clip 10 bullets?
Oh, he emptied 14. Somehow he had 14. I don't know how he took 14, but that was what the article said.
Did he look poor?
He looked like he could be involved in. Yeah, in
Did he have
activities
a
that
wife
aren't.
beater on?
No, he had a hoodie.
Oh, he had a hoodie.
Oh, that's worse.
Okay.
He had a
well,
hoodie.
there you go. There you go. Okay, so he's not affluent. He's not dressed up in a suit.
Mm.
You
So do you think it's not just based on race though? It's also based on like socioeconomic status as well. Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. That'll play a role in it too. Sure. Sure. There's a class there, absolutely. But if you're black, you're being profiled, you know, and like my favorite thing is about this is it's always, usually, especially on the pages when this gets going or on the wall, it's always a white man, straight white man, trying to tell me, a gay man who's raising a black kid, and had teenage foster kids who were Puerto Rican and black. What's what? Dude, you didn't have to watch a kid get profiled by the police. Like, do you have black friends? Do you have a gay friend by me? Do you know what it's like to be different? You don't. You've never experienced it a day in your life. And you're trying to tell me what it's like?
What did they say to you?
Well, they're just like, you know, that we're essentially making it a bigger issue than it is, and that, you know, we don't know what we're talking about. That the media is making it this big issue, and that it's not real. That racism in America is not real.
I think racism everywhere.
Oh, definitely. You know, and, you know, that's just how, you know, it comes back to that whole everybody identifies as self and other. And that just goes back to caveman days. And so we all identify as self and other. And if someone looks very different to you, they're the other. And I guess that's what sort of leads into that primal instinct that feeds racism. And it's only that when we develop this intellect where we can recognize that in ourselves, when we feel uneasy about somebody, that you can actually go, oh shit, like why?
Well, this is kind of, you know, where the conversation started going on the post with Charlize's kids. So basically, what you're telling me is you're uncomfortable because she lets her children pick out their clothes. It makes you uncomfortable, so she's a dumb bitch. They really didn't have an argument after that, because what can you say? Because somebody's different, that makes you uncomfortable. So it's their problem. And the part that got me was there was actually people that would just admit it. Because they couldn't come back from it. So they were like, yeah. And
that's what it comes back to, that self and other too. Like the majority on some level does persecute minority. And that's just, I guess it's the human instinct that we need to really recognize. You know, what's that song in that musical Avenue Q? Everyone's a little bit racist. Like we really need to just look inside and go, shit, like why do I feel this way? And we can recognize that it's not okay and better ourselves as a society, because, you know, we're all here together and we need to just accept that this shit is happening and call it out for what it is.
Well,
like what happened to that man there was a complete murder.
Just today,
like it was.
I didn't read anything about it. I don't know if either of you guys did. I just saw the headline that Jimmy Fallon apologized for wearing blackface on SNL.
Oh, that was big here prior to that. You know, like you could. What happened here was there used to be this show called Hey Hey It's Saturday, and it was a variety show in the 80s and the early 90s, right? And there was this group that won. There's a competition on it called Red Faces, where people would do like amateur acts. And this group that won it they all did blackface. I think they did like a Jackson 5 song or something. And they won this competition. So then when they brought the show back 20 years later, and they did a reunion show and they brought back some of the old acts and they did the blackface act again, holy shit, wasn't cool anymore. It was like, no way in the world. It's a different world now. And no matter how well-intentioned it was, and they were just like, you know, it was meant in jest and fun, the connotations that exist there that go back in history. And, you know, we've developed more of an insight as a society now where we can say, well, you know, that was fucked. You know, that's fucked. And you can't treat people like that. So, yeah, that blew up here big time. Well, blackface here is not cute.
Megyn Kelly got fired for talking about it on her version of the Today Show. Jimmy Fallon wore blackface.
Yeah.
On NBC.
He was doing it. But that was 20 years ago.
I know,
it was a video from 20 years ago. So, yes, he apologized. It's interesting that he didn't get thrown off the Oscars. He didn't have, like, a major fallback from it, kind of like Kevin Hart did, if you will. But
And why is he just now apologizing? It was like, oh, when
Because he
just
can
now
reflect.
it resurfaced.
He can reflect on it too and go, well, that's fucked. Because,
Well,
you know,
right, but
times
it was
change.
like, you're telling me he didn't remember that he did this when all this shit's been coming out? With,
Of course,
like,
but at the time when he did it, it probably wasn't as offensive.
no,
and look
no,
at
no,
like
no,
the
no,
old
no.
Disney cartoons too.
No,
Look at the old
look
Disney
it.
cartoons. They have to put
Look it.
disclaimers there like,
Look.
this was created in a time
It's
when...
comedy. I'm not the one. I'm not like trying to be up his ass. I'm like just playing devil's advocate, right?
He
like
was impersonating Chris Rock too. There was
Right.
a specific.
Right.
person that
I
was
get it.
playing.
Like I'm sure like Chris Rock knew about it, and like, you know, it's not a thing, right? So I don't think he should be punished personally. Like, you know what I mean? That's my personal
Mhm.
opinion. But I'm excuse me, saying, would he, I'm curious if there's going to be backlash, but when like Megyn Kelly got in trouble for the blackface comments, right? He's doing the Tonight Show, and there's all these issues with that. At that point, like knowing you've done blackface, wouldn't it probably have been a good time to been like, maybe I should like kind of get ahead of this and kind of
Isn't
deal
that-
with this now?
Yeah, isn't that what he's doing?
No, because that was like 2 years ago or whatever it was. This is like, now it's because the clip resurfaced, like, shit, oops, I should better
It was
apologize
20
now.
years ago. It was 2000.
Right, but I'm saying now the clip resurfaced, so now he's apologizing just because somebody caught that clip.
But as I'm
Right.
saying, no, because he's seeing it now in today's context as well, where he can recognize like, oh fuck, like, you know, I fucked up, because when he did it, I can't speak for him. I'm sure
Like,
it was
is
seen
it
as
like
funny.
Is he?
You know,
is it
there was no
because
one.
He just remembered. You know what I mean? Like maybe he just didn't realize it. He didn't remember he did it. So, and it just came to him that oh shit. Like genuinely, because I believe that can happen. You know what I mean? Like I don't remember what I did yesterday. God knows what I've
Mhm.
said on our show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I have no idea. So you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying that, but I mean I'm just trying to play.
Yeah,
like,
but you
the
didn't
devil's...
go through hair and makeup for an hour to get painted and go through all of that.
No, and I
Like
probably
if
would.
you get going on a rant and your hands are moving and you're you know sounding
No,
all
and I
crazy,
mean,
that's different.
You
This
know,
was
like
premeditated.
But you know, you got to look at the intention behind something too, and sort of trying to separate the connotations
Here's
to the
the
history,
thing.
because like White Chicks is funny shit, right?
I
Can we
agree.
all agree that's
Yes.
funny shit?
Yes.
So, you know, and I haven't even seen the sketch with Jimmy. Like, if it was funny, then it's funny, but we can still acknowledge that it can be offensive. But was the intention there malicious? And if there's no malicious intent, then
So
I think we can forgive someone and say, well, look, you know,
you're saying why
it
is
was
White
just a
Chicks
bit
okay?
inconsiderate.
well,
Why is
also
Jimmy-
No.
I think that a lot of times when people make a joke,
I think
A lot of
satire is
times-
okay.
well, and a lot of times, you know, we have to have a victim or a subject or, you know, someone thrown under the bus. That's just the nature of comedy. He was playing Chris Rock. He wasn't trying to, I think, take down a whole group of people. He was just trying to be funny as him.
Right. Was Chris on the
think,
show?
So I don't think that intention is as bad.
Well, and they knew each other.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think it was a harmful, hurtful
No.
idea.
Well, and I definitely always feel like in comedy we're losing ground. I feel like people are too sensitive.
Because of political
I feel
correctness.
Right, and I feel like politically correct is bullshit, as Ralphie May used to say. Like we're losing words. I can't. I'm not the one. Like you know, Ralphie May, Joan Rivers, Don Rickles.
Yeah, or look at the shit Joan used to say.
Like they were
Like,
my favorite.
like her comment on Heidi Klum. Do you remember that?
Kathy Griffin, Lisa Lampanelli.
Oh, that's my girl.
Yeah, you know, like I want Lisa. Did you know she like changed her life and now she's like into self-help? Like I want Lisa to come on and give us like self-help, and she has a show. Like, so I want her to come on and us interview her about how she like, you know, and I want her to like read us all. And then like we go on her show and like have her like give us self-help, especially because you know now she's not a fatty anymore and I'm fat again. Like I keep yo-yoing and
That's
do the
not
Kirstie
a
Alley
word that
thing.
we're allowed to use. We're we're not allowed to use that.
Yeah,
word.
fatso.
Big bone, big bone. I'm big bone.
Fatso.
Look, I'm okay with it. Look, I've made peace with it. I'm just Kirstie Alley.
You're gonna
I'm
get
doing
us thrown off of Facebook. Again.
I'm doing it. Okay. I'm just doing the Kirstie Alley and Ricky Lake. You know what I'm saying? You never know what size I'm gonna be.
Oprah.
Yeah, or Oprah, or I'm doing an Oprah. You know, you just gonna get confused because you never know what size my ass is gonna be. Okay. Wait,
It's
how'd
okay,
it go?
me too.
Who was it? What did he say? Like Oprah and Gerard don't need to keep their ass one size because I don't know. I'm getting confused.
Now see,
Fuck your asshole.
now that impression, that was spot on. I think it's allowed. It's fine. I wasn't.
Listen,
offended.
I don't care because let me tell you something. For years, you know, I grew up, my best friend was mixed. Like, I grew up in a neighborhood that had a lot of black folks. So that's how I talked, right? So when I went to the club, like, that's how it was, you know, and for years, people were like, I saw you in a movie. I saw you in a movie. And I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? And they'd be like, it's called Diary of a Mad Black Woman. So for years, I would be pissed about this because I hated, you know, they'd say, I saw you in a movie. I'm like, yeah, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. They're like, yeah, this is a Medea lady. And I'm like, I don't know. So finally, probably a year after it was out on DVD, Joe and I finally watched it. I was so pissed. You remember this? You remember this? I think it's when we were doing the other show.
Yeah,
Like, I'm sure there's an episode of me flipping the fuck out because it's exactly when we were doing the first show.
It's
pretty
so
much
similar though.
it's how I talk.
Yeah.
When we were doing the first show, that's how I talk still a lot. You know, like that was kind of how. So
Well, do you remember the comedian Shirley Q. Licker as well?
Yes,
do you remember
yes,
Shirley Q?
And
Shirley used to do sketches with RuPaul and everyone.
Yes.
But it was a white guy. It would be a black woman. And it was fucking funny. I'm sorry, it was funny.
At the club, they were going to have her call me for my birthday, but they said I would upstage him.
I believe that.
Because when I did drag, I would lip sync to his stuff, but they always wanted me to do it live because they said my shit was better than his. Because I would go around the bar doing the shot tray or whatever, and I would do my own shit and tell my own
And Jeff,
story.
would you do it in blackface? Be honest.
Hell no. No.
Well, see, there's a
because
difference.
that was too much for me. That was too much. Like, that was just how I talk naturally. Like, that wasn't me, like, you know what I mean? Like, that was just how I talked.
But Jimmy Fallon was doing Chris Rock, and he did it spot on. So I think oftentimes you're gonna have a butt of your joke as long as you're not painting your face in blackface. I think it's okay because the impression was funny. It was funny. His skit was funny. You know, just don't.
Well,
paint
that's
your
like.
face.
Do you remember?
And I think it goes back to intent too. Is it meant to be lighthearted and fun? And, you know, is Chris going to laugh at this as well? Because he's the one who's being made fun of.
I love good gay jokes. Like, I love the bad ones that are, like, making fun of gay people. Like, there was some, before he was,
I saw the best one.
Louis C.
No,
Clark.
Jeff, you'll love this one. This one's something on your level. Okay, so it was like two gay guys together. So it was like gay couples problems. And it had, like, two gay guys up the top and two gay women down the bottom. And the gay guys are like, who's going to make us a sandwich? And then the lesbians are asking each other, what are we going to do with all these sandwiches? I thought it was funny. Because it was also very misogynistic.
I want to know, Katrina, what was the name for the liquid?
What?
We had Stranger Wood.
Oh, I don't remember.
Stranger Moisture. It was Stranger Moisture.
No, we didn't call the juice that comes out.
Yes.
It might have been.
I thought
it was
Stranger
Moisture. Because we put it in that cartoon I did.
Because nobody likes the word
it was Stranger Moisture.
And people don't like moisture. So, yeah, that was probably it.
Pretty sure it was
Okay, after you get off here, you got to look up this comedian, Sherilyn Barnes, who does a song called Moist.
But Luke, we're kind of all wondering why you have some Stranger Moisture on your t-shirt.
Where?
Right on your breast, right there.
Oh, yep, I see it. It looks
Right
like
above your
frosting. Looks like frosting.
Where?
Above the pocket.
Yep, got
There?
some stranger moisture. His friend must have visited this morning.
Oh. No, because I brushed my teeth just before I come on. So I hope it's tooth.
It's the clean kind of spooge.
I'll just get down here.
Boom!
Oh my
And
God.
that, kids, is our Tuesday show.
You're a bitch. Hey, we got pretty deep today, guys. You know, and we had the clowns on too, and it still got real heavy without Katie, Vera dropped out. Is Vera alive? We need to get her a Medi Alert bracelet, man. Because I'm scared every time that bitch drops out, I'm like, was it a stroke?
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Listen, you look like a freaking, I need to go get you one of those dog collars for the electric fence, and I'm going to go put it in the backyard zigzag.
I thought I looked a little bit boy bandy, but like way too old for the hair.
I don't think way too old. I think it's nice.
Maybe
I like
one
it.
that has mental health problems.
Hey, don't bring that stuff up on air.
Listen, I'm just being honest. I say all this shit everybody that's watching is thinking that they just don't want to say out loud. I don't care. And you know what? It was like I was telling Miss Madison Devine, who used to be a guest sometimes on the OG show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she had this post where somebody said it her after lockdown, and it was like a dude like cuddling and hugging a pig. And I was like, right. Madison was like, you're an asshole to the dude that tagged him in it. And I was like, he's not wrong. Did you see that thing you were married to in Georgia with your Georgia state of mind? And then I was like, here's the thing. I learned from the best, Mr. Anthony Sacco over at Charades. And like I said, you know what? We're just a bunch of mean girls, and I don't care if you don't like us, because you can't fucking sit with us anyways, bitches.
Okay.
Well,
on that note.
On that note, let's roll those credits, James.
Make sure you guys are following us on all of our social media, youtube.com/uncensored radio, Twitter and Instagram at live UCR, and facebook.com/my uncensored radio.
Oh, you can follow my
And
comment
James,
page.
is Vera okay?
Yes, Vera is okay. She was experiencing some issues with her Wi-Fi, which is why she ended up dropping out. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and subscribe to the YouTube channel at Uncensored Radio, please.
Before Jeffrey gets us kicked off of Facebook.
Yes,
Yes.
and please share the episodes and share the videos and come and like my page and make sure you like Katrina's page. Share them with your friends, kids, and tell people if you like the show. And let us know if you hate it. That would be nice too.
Hey, and I have an Instagram page now that's got nothing on it.
Oh. Well, tell us what your address is so we can follow you.
Oh, there's no point. He's sprung it before. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, if you
Absolutely
message
nothing
Luke,
on there. How
if
do I
you
do
message-
it? I don't know.
If you message Luke, he'll send you pictures of his hole.
That's not true.
Yeah, yes, it is. Oh, well, if you really want them, just send a message over to the UCR page. I'll send you some.
That's
It's
not
$5
true.
though. $5.
It's not true.
We got to raise cash. $5.
Roll those credits, James.
Night, everybody.